So now we need to account for the supporting schedules for the property planning equipment, the finance lease, operating lease. So we have all of those to account for. So for the finance leases, we have the right of use assets for finance leases, and we have a finance lease liability. And for the operating leases, we also have the right of use assets for operating lease and the operating lease liabilities. And also, we have a schedule for our long-term debt. So we have a schedule for our long-term debt, which we have to fill in later on in the balance sheet. So as you can see, we have a lot of schedules here to construct, to finally integrate our financial statements. So to begin with, we will begin with the right of use assets for finance leases. So in this case, we will go by beginning balance for the rest of your assets for finance leases. So we will go to the raw data tab. So we bring the beginning balance for the right of use assets. We have that the opening balance here. And then it's going to be a corkscrew calculation where going forward, this period is going to be equal to the prior period's closing balance. So this period is going to be equal to the closing balance for the rest of your assets for the prior period. So we can fill this all the way to the end of the historic period, and we can copy this, we paste it as formulas to the end of the projected period so we can keep the formatting in place. And then we can bring in the ending balance for the right of use asset. It's going to be equal to, you can go to the raw data tab. It was provided for us on Amazon's public filings 10K. So we can grab the approximately $11 billion. We can fill that right with Control R. So having that set up, we can now bring in the total depreciation expense. So we go to the raw data tab, and we grab the depreciation expense here for the right of use asset. You can fill that right with Control R. So in order to determine here for the historic part of the right of use asset, the net additions that should be made in that period is just going to be equal to, we take the ending balance, then we offset it by minus the sum of the beginning balance, and the depreciation expense. We can fill that right with Control R. So as you can see, at the beginning of the forecast, we have approximately $31 billion to be depreciated over the 10-year period. So in order to do that, we will have to bring in the control panel, part of the operating finance leases, we have to bring in the net annual additions as a percentage of revenue, which we already had calculated for us in our raw data part. So we have the net additions for finance leases. And then we have also the incremental borrowing rate, the interest rate on finance leases. We can also grab that from the raw data tab. So we can go back to the right of use assets section on the raw data tab, and we can grab the weighted average discount rate, the incremental borrowing rate for the most recent year of 2.1%, and then the weighted average remaining lease term for existing leases. It's gonna come from there still. So we go to the raw data tab, and we grab the most recent weighted average remaining lease term of 6.2 years.